Good afternoon. Mark from Project Lifeline, me and my team had the privilege of meeting and are working with Daèjaun to develop the things that you all spoke about, the potential that he had. He was a nice young man. Sadly, this scene, it's hard not to shed a tear when we're gathered here with this scene. In my days, we stood in front of our young people. We stood in front of our young generation and we protected them. Even when we believed that they believed they could protect themselves. Our instincts told us to stand in front of them and protect them. When did the day come when a man would put another man's child in front of him to labor for him, whilst his children are stuck comfortable in their bed? When did the day come when we decided our young generation were expendable? When did we decide that money and wealth came before love and devotion for our youth? When did we decide that morals, integrity, dignity had no place in our society of cultural people? When did we decide that we accept the contents of our pocket overran the contents of our heart? We are living in a country that doesn't allow us as a culture to express or utilize our God-given attributes that are given to us by our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. Those little things that united us at our worst points in life. Those things that made one family look out for another in need. As a culture, we have struggled through the worst times known to man. We have had obstacles after obstacles. We have had many attempts to hold us down. Some will try to eradicate our very existence. But know this, every time a black man takes another black man's life, he represents those that has persecuted against us for years. Those that would wipe out our very existence. That's who they work for. They don't represent the majority of us, who are a nation of peaceful people. At this time in life, where our generation are dying out, it's our duty to choose whether we, those of us that are in a position to contribute to making real changes, if we're going to remain a part of the problem, or embrace the actions needed to seek solutions. The system is broken and overwhelmed with problems, whilst our problems need addressing here and now. Our cries are not the priority, our lives seem expendable to those in power, but collectively, we must shout loud and be heard that enough is enough. You're either a part of the problem or you're a part of the solution. We, us the community, are the ones that feel the pain. We see the tears, the broken hearts, but only we, the community, can embrace the idea of a new beginning and move in the direction of better days, because we've suffered many tragedies and violations in the past, but none as cutting and devastating and inhumane as our children killing children. And watch it time and time again. Knife crime has no preference over colour or creed. It's a plague, a common enemy of every man and woman alike. And the approach towards the end must be approached from every angle with one message: enough is enough. This young man, Daèjaun, in his death, has brought about unity. He had brightened the days of many people. His living presence has left a lasting impression on everyone he's met. His death is unbearable, and only time can conquer that. but be reassured that death has no sting over his death. The grave has no victory, as his body may be laid to rest, his life pointlessly taken, but his memory will live on forever, and his death will not be in vain. The last time I spoke, I was told I shouldn't speak in a manner that your race comes from the gods and from a generation of princes and princesses. But let me be clear to all you young people in here. You're a race of kings. You're a race of queens. Your race comes from the gods. And every single time a young man dies a pointless death, a whole generation of spiritually strong young inventors and young entrepreneurs, and most of all our future, is wiped out with that person. So to you young people, use your strength not to destruct. Use your strength to build. Use your mind not to hate. Use your mind to preserve. Use your bravery not to confront. Use your bravery to protect your culture. Don't be disregarded. Be counted as young, black, strong, royal heritage people. Tomorrow belongs to you, the youth. Think, what would you like your children to be a part of? Would you like them to be a part of what is happening today? Or would you want to pave the way for a brighter day for your children? It's in your hands. So from the team of Project Lifeline, Daèjaun, embrace your journey and rise in glory in a place where no physical man can go, where the wicked cannot enter and the weary are at rest. Travel in peace, my young prince.